who have ears, my children, let them hear the parable of the why the sun stood still. When Adonizedek, king of Jerusalem, heard how Joshua had captured Ai and wiped it off the map, burned it down to every dog and cat as an offering to the Lord, as he had done to Jericho, and how, duly terrified, the inhabitants of Gibeon had made peace with Israel, he, Adonizedek, was himself afraid. Gibeon was a city, much bigger than Ai, and well armed. So Adonizedek, king of Jerusalem, sent messages to Hoham, king of Hebron, to Piram, king of Jarmuth, to Japhiah, king of Lachish, and to Debir, king of Eglon. We need to get together. And maybe we should storm Gibeon, for they are throwing in with Joshua and his band of what? He left unsaid. But the other 4 kings of the Amorites, the king of Hebron, the king of Jarmuth, the king of Lachish, and the king of Eglon, all knew what the king of Jerusalem meant, and they assembled their troops and joined him, Adonizedek, against Gibeon. So the leaders of Gibeon sent a message to Joshua, who was camped at Gilgal, saying, "We have an agreement, right? We need your help. Now, all the kings of the Amorites are coming against us." And Joshua went up from Gilgal, he and all his band, and the Lord went too, saying to Joshua, "No fear, they are yours. Not a man of them will be left standing when you and I are done with them." Joshua and his men then marched off with light hearts. With light hearts they marched through the dark night. They attacked suddenly at dawn. And the Lord attacked with them, so that the armies of the kings were thrown into a panic and ran helter-skelter, chased by Joshua's troops, up to Beth-horon and even as far as Azekah and Makkedah. And even as they were running away from Joshua, the Lord was pelting them with huge stones, killing them wholesale. More died, it has been said, because of the stones the Lord threw at them from heaven than because of the swords in the hands of Joshua and his troops. Still, some lived. So Joshua shouted to the Lord, "Make the sun stand still." And he did. The sun stood still. The moon didn't rise until vengeance was complete. Destruction was total. It's written in the book of Jasher that there never was a day like that day before, and surely there has never been one since. The sun stopped until the day was over for everyone that followed Adonizedek and the others. Then Joshua could go home to Gilgal. Reb Hesed tells the story of how, after he had heard this story, a child asked his father why the dogs and cats were killed. "Everyone was killed," his father said. "Everyone and everything." "Why?" the child asked. "The will of the Lord," his father said. "Why?" the boy asked again. "I don't know," the father said. "We know the will of the Lord, but we don't know why the Lord wills it." The child looked puzzled. "Do you understand?" the father asked. "No," the child replied. "Maybe someday," said his father, "but that's enough now." "Maybe someday," the boy repeated. "If the sun stops for good."